Protect your DNA. BioPQQ can promote formation of new mitochondria. Infowarsstore.com.
And by the way, did he ever answer the question?
No.
He
doesn't have answers.
First of all, let me completely ignore your question and start talking about something else.
Listen to the crowd cheering Marco Rubio. That's the GOP establishment right there. They should just rattle their jewelry.
Yeah.
Okay, as John Lennon said.
Tens of thousands of people. You haven't employed one person.
You ever heard of Trump steaks? You ever heard of Trump?
You know what? You know what? Take a look at Trump steaks.
Ruined.
By the way, that's the other thing.
Trump steaks is gone. You've ruined these.
Mitt Romney.
Marco couldn't answer a question last debate.
You know,
No,
Marco,
that's his thing. He's
here's
He wants
the
to
deal.
call Trump out, but he couldn't even answer one question during the last debate. That's ridiculous.
I am sick and tired of little communists like Marco Rubio who criticize people who get in the arena, create multiple companies, and some of them, yeah, failed. Some of them didn't succeed. What did he ever try? What did Marco Rubio ever do? All he's done is do his sleazy little back deal doors, being a prostitute for the big power brokers. That's what Marco Rubio has done his entire life, and he's still bankrupt, even though he didn't, even as he's on the take from these guys, he still can't keep his personal life together.
Right. He hasn't accomplished anything.
Mr. Trump,
He can't even win his own state. That's the point that Donald Trump just made.
$10 trillion to the nation's debt over 10 years, even if the economy grows the way that you say it will. You insist that you could make up for a good deal of that, you say, by cutting waste, fraud, and abuse.
Correct.
Like what? And please be specific.
Department of Education. We're cutting Common Core. We're getting rid of Common Core. We're bringing education locally.
Yeah.
Department of Environmental Protection. We are going to get rid of it in almost every form. We're going to have little tidbits left, but we're going to take a tremendous amount out.
And everyone's like, oh, you don't want to protect the environment. But they don't understand. It's not about that. It's the bureaucracy and the people.
That's right.
The government destroys the
The
environment.
militarized EPA. You don't need a militarized environmental protection.
Everybody respects him.
I mean, like when you hit guys with fines for releasing balloons on beaches, I think there's something wrong with your policy.
The guy got
Well,
raided for
let's
having
understand,
a stock farm.
the EPA was created by Richard Nixon. It hasn't been around that long, and I worked at a think tank with a guy who had worked there for 30 years, retired, and then created an organization to oppose it because he said they're not about not about protecting the environment. It is a bureaucracy out of control. All of these bureaucracies are out of control. And of course, Ronald Reagan said he was going to get rid of the Department of Education. Unfortunately, after he left, it was many times larger than it was, and it had only been created a couple of years before he took office by Jimmy Carter. He could have killed it in the cradle like Rosemary's Baby, but instead he fed it and it grew into a monster under Ronald Reagan.
Look at how they're breaking down the math here to explain how Trump's plan won't work. I want them to do the same thing to break down this plan when Bernie Sanders comes out, so they can spell it out easily for all the Bernie Sanders supporters of why his plan will not work.
And of course, they're not going to do that. They're not going to they don't have a graphic to criticize the tax plans of the other three people on the stage either. That's something they're doing just for Donald Trump, just like they did the ridiculous KKK question again.
Right.
No, you're not, sir. Let's put up full screen number 2.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, here we go.
We got another one.
Okay, so it's going to be Chris Wallace and Fox News against Donald Trump. That's what we're seeing here now. They've got their little talking points.
Negotiating lower drug prices.
My fellow InfoWarriors, I am very excited to be able to announce to you the introduction at InfoWarsLife.com of a new way to save time and money when you stock up on InfoWars Life formulations like Survival Shield X2 and Super Male Vitality. Just go to InfoWarsLife.com today, select your favorite product, click on Auto Ship before adding to cart, and choose how often you want us to send you another order. Every time you choose Auto Ship at InfoWarsLife.com, you get 10% off and you won't have to worry about running out and having to reorder next time. And of course, you can cancel with one click anytime. As you know, I'm all about the idea of a 360 win, and the new auto ship feature at InfoWarsLife.com is a sure win for everybody. A win for liberty, a win for health, and a win when it comes to big savings. Visit InfoWarsLife.com today and save 10% on your next InfoWars Life order by selecting auto ship at checkout. That's InfoWarsLife.com or call 888-253-3139.